Hey guys, this is HackVanGuard of CyberDisciples. Today we're going to be doing some fundamentals on Linux. Um, let's see what we're going to be running through today. All right, we're going to be doing our very first commands on a Linux machine. We're going to be doing some essential commands to interact with the file system. And we're going to demonstrate how to search for files, introducing shell operators. So yeah, should be fun. We're going to keep it simple. I'm gonna click on that there. They show you on tryhackme.com. They show you this video as an introduction. Just skim through it. Here we go. We're gonna go to a bit of background. Yeah, Linux is basically it could be an intimidating approach to an operating system such as Windows. Basically, the back of the computer. Oh, this is an interesting question. It says, "What year was the first release of Linux?" I think it was like 1991. If I'm not mistaken. Let's try that. Oh, wow. All right. I was right. And skim to number two. All right. So right now we're going to start our machine. I'm going to wait for this thing to load here. But I want you guys to try to do this every day and try to like be repetitive with your studies. The more you do stuff, the better you get at it. It's just the way life works. Repetition, repetition. So this thing is loading. This is basically explaining starting the machine and how to interact with it. They're going to show you a couple of things down here, but it says I've deployed my first Linux machine, completed. All right, perfect. And we're going to go into running our first few commands. We're at 60%. All right, we're in. Let's go here. Now, all right, our first commands is echo and who am I. I'm not gonna read through all this stuff. When you guys have a chance, just read through it. I'm just gonna give you the first hand here. But echo and who am I? Echo outputs any text, so it's like how you print your variable there. And who am I tells you who's using the command system. So if you want to know who's using it at the current moment, just type in echo and who am I. Right. So I'll give you an example right now. So on the right hand side here. Um, Echo, who am I? Right? There you go. Oh, not even echo, just who. Yeah, there you go. I was like, wait a minute. All right, so when you type in echo and who am I, that's what prints out. It prints out whatever comes after it. But if you type in just who am I, it tells you who's using the actual command line at the moment. All right. And yep, that's what all this is. Explain breaking that down. If you wanted to output try hack me. So basically, I just explained it. You just put echo in front of it and try hack me. Submit. Correct. What is the username? And it's try hack me. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, so let's close this. Yeah, so in the CD, the current directory, you basically just it helps you go from directory. Right now we got folder 1, 2, 3, 4. Right down here, they're talking about how to use the cat. Cat basically, if you have a text inside of a folder, cat allows you to see what's inside. So it takes it a step further. For example, if you know the name of the text file that's inside the folder, so to do dot text, right? You can do it this way with cat in front of it, or you can go the long way, type in cat and then type in the whole directory all the way down to where the text file is, and it'll show you what's inside. Okay, but you can read this step by step. Tryhackme.com is really efficient, really great for learning. The PWD PWD is the print working directory. It just breaks down everything. All right, so we're just gonna get down to the questions here. You guys can read all of this, but I want to start using this to show you guys how this works. So on the Linux machine that you deploy, how many folders are there? So let's see, PWD, right? You want to see the directories. Okay, so we're gonna go cd access log, no such files, pwd. So up here, basically, you're gonna see its folders. They're asking you how many folders we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Submit. Which directory contains a file? Um, I believe it's folder 4. So let's see, ls. Yeah, right now we're in folder 4. Inside of folder 4, that's where the note is, the note text, right? So it's going to be folder 4. Beautiful. What is the contents of this file? So in, like, remember up here where the cat, all right? So we're going to use cat to see what's inside the folder, this note text. So just type in text, note, boom. So inside we have hello world, right? So hello world, and we're going to submit. Perfect. And then use the cd command to navigate to this file. Oh, okay. So it's asking you to try hack me. Yeah, so they want to know how you got to this note text, right? So you just basically type in the PWD, and it's gonna, where did it go? There it is, right over here. So this is what you're gonna type in: home, try hack me, and folder 4. So home, try hack me, and we are in folder 4 currently. Submit. Correct answer. Beautiful. Okay, and so we can move over to the next one, searching for files. Although, all right, we're doing great so far. So right now we're going to start searching for files in a minute. All right, in this section, we're going to be searching for files. Um, you use cd, ls, but the new find here is the word find that you can use in the command. So a good example would be, this is ls. This is what we've been using, but a little down here, if you're looking for a text file, you can type in find dash name passwords, let's say as an example, .txt, and then it'll show you where it is. And this one's in folder 1. So passwords txt is in folder 1. Down here, if you don't know the name of the file, let's say passwords, you can basically put an asterisk and it'll find every file that has the .txt. So find dash name asterisk .txt, and right here we have 2 folders that end with that. So one is in folder 1 and the next one is in documents to do. So this is good to know. Get familiar with find because you're going to be looking for a lot of files. And down here, grep is basically a little more detailed than find. Um, because it's a little more detailed, it might be a little more difficult to use, but the more you use it, the better you get at it, right? So yeah. So like this will find like a whole, let's see here, entire contents of like IP addresses and stuff. It'll tell you like everything about that one IP address when you use grep. So you have to be very careful when you're using it because you don't want to confuse yourself with all these files. It'll basically sometimes overload if there's thousands and thousands of files. So just be specific and be careful. So what are they asking for here? Use grep on assets log to find the flag that has a prefix of THM. Okay, so we can use it here. Let's see what they're looking for. It says to use grep, right? So we're gonna use grep. And we're gonna, so it's grep and then parentheses, right? Parentheses. And they want you to, this is inside the access dot log. This should do it. Grep parentheses, this is the flag, and then they want you to look inside of this. So press enter. Interesting. Oh, it's because we're in folder 4, right? So yeah, try hack me. So we're here. So we're gonna go cd home, try hack me, right? Boom, ls, folders 1 through 4. Okay, and then we're gonna go grep. What is it? THM, and don't want to go too far. Access log. Perfect. And so this takes you where you need to go. So it didn't work the first time because if you're going to be looking for something, you need to be in the correct directory, situation or file that you're looking for, right? So the directory was the ASIC law. So I went back by using CD, and then I used grep to find what I'm looking for. So it's highlighted here. This is what we're looking for, right? The flag. So THM and then access. THM, access, submit. Great. Look at that. All right, you guys are doing great. I'm gonna go into this next one here, see what they're talking. All right, in this section, we're gonna be introducing shell operators. This is a really important part. This makes life easy, depending on what you're working with and what you're doing. Let's jump right in. The first symbol is an and. This operator allows you to run commands in the background of your terminal. So if you use this to set a command, you can leave it there and do other things while it's running in the background and it's loading and doing whatever you need it to do. This one, the two ands, you can basically set two commands at the same time. It's gonna go in order. So the first one, it's gonna load, and once it's done, it's gonna go to the next one and load that command as well. But it's gonna go in order, and it's better than doing that than waiting and then having to do it the one by one. This here is a redirector, this slash forward here. This it basically replaces a file. So if you use this, just use this cautiously because you don't want to erase a file if you do this, right? So it basically, if you have a file and you use it, it's going to erase it. So this one is the same as this, two dashes. Basically the same thing, but you don't have to worry as much because what this does, it appends an output rather than replace it, right? So nothing is overwritten. This is why they quotations over here. So this doesn't override, but this does. So be careful when you use this. All right. So just explain these. Yep. This basically gives you examples and it goes a little bit deeper, but pretty straightforward. If we wanted, let's go to the questions here. If we wanted to run a command in the background, what operator would we use? We just spoke about that. It was the and. Where are you? Boom. If I wanted to replace the contents of a file name passwords with the word password 123, what would my command be? So we would go echo password 123, right? And then it would be just that first dash because we're just replacing, right? So, and then we're gonna go password with the S there and submit. Boom, we're in. And now if I wanted to add try hack me to this file, name password, but also key password 123, what would my command be? All right, so this one we replaced, right? Remember with the one dash. So in this one, we're gonna use both tabs, the both forward, because we're just appending this file, right? So we're gonna go echo, and it's gonna be try hack me, and this is where we're gonna add the two dashes because we're appending, and then we're gonna go passwords. Okay, this should be it. Perfect. You see, so we overridden the file here, and right here we just appended. All right, and then we're gonna complete. Beautiful. All right, let's continue down here. Nice work. Right, so we covered understanding Linux in a common place, interacting with the Linux machine. We ran through the fundamentals of the command, had an introduction to navigating the file systems and using grep, finding data even more efficient. The grep is something that I recommend you guys study a little more. Find is basic because it's to find a simple file, but grep basically goes into more detail. So definitely try to find the time to study grep. And then lastly, we powered up commands by learning about some of the important shell operators, the and the dashes. So now you guys know how to append, how to override files and stuff. So congratulations. I'm proud of you. All right, let's complete this. And this is just for if you have the exclusive Try Hack Me um, profile. But other than that, we basically finished up here. This is amazing. All right. And would you recommend? So yeah, guys, congratulations, you made it. All right, guys. So congratulations, we made it through this lab. Linux is a really important deal in cybersecurity because it allows you to do a lot. This is how you find certain files. It makes life easy. So knowing more about Linux is actually really great. I'm going to be doing more labs on Linux, more fundamentals, and then we're going to get into some more deeper stuff. But for now, this is step one. Congratulations, you guys made it through. I hope this was really helpful. I want you guys to read it. Once you get into Try Hack Me, you can read everything. I want you to really take your time and learn. I just wanted to briefly show you, run through the fundamentals, give you the one twos, and try to do a quick breakdown of what you really need to do because there's a lot of information. So I do want you guys to read it. Other than that, I'm going to be doing more labs this week. So look forward to the YouTube pages and all the links that I'm going to leave down below. Thank you so much for the love and the opportunity. I will be excited to see you guys in the next video. Continue your cybersecurity journey. This is Hack Vanguard signing out. Cheers.